Welcome to the Volley in the Valley podcast.
Welcome back.
That isn't actually a podcast, but we call it a podcast. Episode 2
of a million.
Here of 1,000,004. Here with my co-host Mitchell Peeler. How you doing, Mitch?
I'm doing great. How are you, Jack?
Fantastic. Ready to play some volley.
The awesome part about this podcast is it's actually sponsored.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Episode
big
2.
news. Big news. So,
is that a record?
I think it might be.
That might be a record.
It might be a record. Sponsored by Jeff, Osborne Realty. So I don't know if you know Jeff, right?
Jeff is the man.
Great guy. Great realtor. Knows Roanoke very well. The market's hot right now. I actually just sold my house, bought a new house.
Yeah.
So the market's hot right now. If you're in the market for a house, springtime's coming up, or if you're in the market to sell your house, go give Jeff a shout. Give him a call if you need to. Give him an email if you need to. Look him up online, or just go talk to him at the local gym.
Yeah.
Countryside.
Jeff's been an RVVA for years. He's been in Roanoke for 20 years. We really appreciate him supporting us because it's going to help us support the league and help the league grow. So what you can do for us, if you love our content, support Jeff.
Support him, supports the league. And also, with that being said, we are looking for other sponsors. So if you own a small business, or you know somebody that owns a small business, or maybe it's a big business, I don't know. Could be small, big, medium, whatever size. If you're interested in any kind of sponsorship with RVVA, give a shout to info@rvva.net. We'll give you some information on the money aspect of it, and we'll get this ball rolling.
Sweet. And now, a podcast first.
Another podcast first.
Another one.
Pew, pew, pew.
We have a special guest coming in this evening.
So
Introducing live on the telecast, RVVA President Mr. Nate Jones. Welcome, sir.
Come on in, Nate.
We'll slide over.
Slide it on over.
Go to camera 2.
How do you like the studio?
I like it. I like it. We got the new balls, which you either love or hate. We got some swag over here.
We can have our insurance.
Got the champion T-shirt that I didn't actually win.
That's it.
But you know,
championship
is what it is.
Some water glasses here. That's important. Keep
Very
the water.
Very important. So, Nate, first season in the books with you as president of RVVA. Just wanted to get your feel of what did you focus on in this first season? What is your focus for this first year?
Sure. So after talking with a bunch of the existing board members and some of the membership, there was probably 4 things that we really wanted to focus on. The first was making the league more transparent. So what we're doing with that aspect is we're going to be posting all of the board meeting notes. We're going to be posting all of the financials so that members can see where their dollars are going. And we're also making sure that we have up-to-date and posted rules so that there's no ambiguity as far as how the league rules work or what rule set we're following, which, by the way, is the USA V rules, which are posted on the website.
Yeah, go check it out. I think it's under, what's the category?
Yeah,
info?
More info.
More info.
More info.
Website looks great.
League
Whole bunch of new
documents.
features on it. It's pretty cool, and you're ready for the snow. I can see also with what you have on the website.
So one of the other things that we were working on was communication. So we've updated our Facebook page. We've updated the website. We're starting a newsletter, which is why we asked for everybody to go out and subscribe. Thank you to those that did.
Big thanks.
And then we've got, obviously, this epic pod, which is going to help us kind of spread the word. So yeah, there's a lot of new updates on the Facebook or on the website. Most importantly is there's kind of a news ticker now that will be where we announce cancellations for snow.
Watch out for the red notifications.
That's it.
Red means no.
Right, red means snow probably.
Red means snow.
So yeah, so there's that as well, and I think that the new website design is going to really kind of help us help communicate the important information that is important to our membership.
It's not yellow for snow, it's red for snow.
That's right. Red is bad. The other thing we were working on was ease of entry. You know, Greg used to run basically the entire operation as far as bringing in new players and plugging them into teams. It was something that no one human should ever have to do. because it's remarkable that he did it by himself.
I think half the league probably played their first season or two on Greg's team because
Right,
he was nice
he
enough
was
to
the
bring
entry
it.
point for everybody.
I think you did.
I did, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what we wanted to do was update the free agent board so that people that are coming in can now kind of integrate into the league a little bit easier. We started doing open gyms with kind of a free agent showcase. That really helped a lot, I think, too.
Yeah. There's some ballers out there.
There are some very good players. I was surprised at how many new faces I saw at the showcase at the end of last season, and just the talent level that was out there. I mean, we got Aaron Schrodinger, the Wisconsin guy, is coming in. He showed up out of the blue and got swept up into every team that would have him. So
it's super cool that people are willing to show up like that, not knowing anybody. I mean, we had some people that came to the clinic, and then they came to the showcase, and then they were at the open gym, and you can tell that they're much more comfortable now.
Yeah.
So that's also super cool. I mean, it doesn't take long to make new friends.
Right.
And not only do we have ballers, we got hungry people wanting to play some volleyball. We've got people posting on Facebook saying, "When are you guys going to have another open gym?" And so to me, it's very exciting to see that level of excitement of people wanting to play volleyball.
I agree. Yeah, and now that I'm one of the old heads, because I've been playing for 15 years, it's really exciting to see a bunch of young folks that are just trying to get into the game. Because I was there. Like, I started when I was 26, and I didn't know, my footwork was awful. I didn't know anything about the game, but I got the taste, and then I was able to get on with the team and because I'm tall, I was able to get picked up by a couple of guys that really knew the game. And I was able to learn and progress really easily, or really quickly. And so I want that for everyone that's got the hunger to be better. And I just met a guy at the last open gym who was like, "Hey, I'm down here playing C, but I'm going to be up there in a year." And I was like, "Yes, you are."
That's cool.
So he's on a B team, he's on a double B team. So, it's exciting to see those guys that, the guys and gals that are trying to get better and want to get up to the top tier. Kind of. So the last thing that we're really focused on is the financial aspect, which as the president I have to have the anxiety of dealing with. When we were at Ikemani, the court prices were astronomically low.
So
and even our first season at Spectrum, we got kind of the entry level discount, and it's the real deal now. So we've really got to tighten up, and so. With that, I did have to raise rates, the team rates. I did some math and I figured out this is something we have to do if we want to continue growing. We have been really, really focused on cost reduction. So we are trimming anywhere we can trim without impacting the gameplay.
Perfect example are these shirts right here.
Right, wait an extra week, get these top-notch winter shirts. Instead of buying 40, I buy exactly the number that I need, and we all save money. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that we're making a really concerted effort to be really financially smart with the league's money. And then the last thing is we did go to a nonprofit status, which is going to help us make sure that we don't have to pay taxes, which we don't because we are technically a social club or a recreational club. And that is after-tax dollars, so we shouldn't have to pay taxes on that. So that's super going to be helpful.
And another thing too, Nate, we talked about this at the beginning, is advertisers, sponsors.
Yes.
So what are we looking for a sponsor?
So we have opportunities for advertisers to come in and get their name recognition on the website. We can put them on the newsletter. We can put them on the back of the championship tees. There's a lot of opportunity for someone, and it's at this point we're still feeling out exactly the value of it. But again, if you want to support the league and you have a small business and your target audience is the 23 to 35 demographic, you've got it on lock.
Better place.
Yeah, exactly, because we've got 1,000 Facebook members. The newsletter's getting up and running. It's got a couple hundred of folks on there over time, and it's just
Watch out, we got a newsletter coming out soon.
It's a super easy opportunity for you to get some good exposure to people in that demographic, and I think anyone with a small business in the area would be would jump at the opportunity.
Especially
whoa,
live TV, live TV.
Hello.
Especially folks, if you put face to name with somebody when you hear an ad and you actually know who that person is because you got blocked by them the week before.
That's
that might be maybe I guess the wrong example, but maybe you spiked the ball on or something. Anyways, last season was awesome, Nate. You just gave a run through of the main things that you were focused on. We also have a bunch of new things coming up this season. And so what are you excited about?
So I'm really excited about Double B because it does several things for the league. It puts a buffer on the B League players who don't want the A League players to come down and play. The A players want to get extra court time because we all love the game.
Yeah.
So what this does is it protects the B League from having too much talent down at that level.
We can still talk. You can talk.
Live TV.
Live TV. The people
We'll do it live.
We'll show as a guest one of these times.
But again, it also gives the A players some extra court time to play. The most important thing, and this is what I want all of the Double B, all of the skilled players in Double B to realize, is that what we are trying to do is bridge the gap for B players that want to get better. And my personal experience was, when I was a B player and I got called up to play with A players, that's when you learn how to play the game properly. And so when you have sets from Steve Trail and Mike Imig, these are the types of sets that are going to make you a better player. They're going to be able to run the quick balls. And that's the difference between B and A. And learning the pace of high quality volleyball, that's really what I want the Double B League to be.
Right. It's going to be cool. I've spoken to a few captains, and they have players who kind of are all over the spectrum as far as what leagues they've played and how much experience they have. I have a guy who I don't think has played really more than a season of B, and I'm really psyched to teach him the game a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Right. I just went out to Facebook and said, who wants to learn the dark arts of the middle?
Right.
And I got
People
like 3 or 4 people that wanted to learn. So.
Someday they'll learn, that being outside a hitter is way more fun. But that's okay. This guy will learn.
And then we got people that brought their entire B team up. You have entire B teams that have come up to play Double B. So I mean, very, very. There's a broad spectrum in Double B. I'm excited for it as well. So
I think it's going to be great.
Another thing we're super excited for that just kind of happened. Just like for no lack of a better term, it just happened.
Right.
Women's league.
Yeah. Well, when Jack and I spent a lot of time on Sunday mornings doing the schedules, and we had a nice, like a perfect block on Tuesday night, and we had heard through the grapevine, and people had been kind of begging for it, was a women's league, because the women's game as a whole is very different, and them playing up on men's height nets, it's a whole different thing for them. So we are super excited that we basically stood up a women's quads league in 48 hours. And we have 6 teams. They're all super excited about it. It's going to be awesome. I'm totally stoked about it. Just another opportunity for more entry back into the league. I've already talked to a bunch of folks that were, in my graduation class, that are coming back to play women, that want to come back and play women's league. So.
And to those that didn't get on a women's team, and kind of the same thing with those that didn't get on a team, period. Because every once in a while I get on and just look at the free agent list just to see just to see how many people are still on there, and there's still quite a few people on there. So if you didn't get on a team, it's not over yet, right? No. So if you didn't get on a team, get your name on the free agent list. Tell people what you want to play, what level you want to play, and people are going to need subs. Right. That's one thing with the every week schedule is people can't be there every week. I know on Jack and I's A team, we already have 2 people that aren't going to be there this week. So good thing is we have some subs on our team, but
don't give Nate our scouting report. I'm pretty sure you played him.
Back to back. It's a Double B team too.
So, true. Man.
So, but if you're still interested in playing and didn't get on a team, definitely get your name out there so that somebody can give you a shout to sub.
And you have opportunities built in. Our first open gym is women's only this coming Tuesday. I think it's the 14th from 7:30 to 9. So if you're on a team, you play for free on that one. If you're a free agent, pay $5. 3 courts of women's action for an hour and a half, which is awesome. And then we have a lot of court time this season that we can devote to open gyms and clinics. And we already have a bunch of ideas that we're throwing around for that. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. There'll be chances for you to get out there, meet captains, and just play a little bit and develop. So
be watching out on the Facebook page for those open gyms. Be watching out on the podcast for those open gyms. Be watching out on the newsletters for those open gyms.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get those out monthly as much as we can.
And again, this is all dependent on weather. It's all dependent on if I have to reschedule any games. Those are going to have that open gym time has kind of got a dual role to help me buffer if I need to push some reschedules into those spaces. But we got a lot. We got a whole court pretty much for a lot of the weeks of the season. So
awesome,
very exciting.
So I think we wanted to close with something we talked about last time. That's a pretty big change, but it's something that we just wanted to make sure people know about again because I think it's going to make things run really smooth.
Yeah.
Who wants to take it?
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
So we built in the hour and 15 minutes per match into last season, and we got some feedback, and a lot of people were frustrated with each of the games being timed. So our comrades over at RVC actually
which is in Richmond,
which gave us a great idea about taking the 3 games and just saying you have an hour to play all 3 games. So essentially, if your game starts at 6:15, you'll have 15 minutes to warm up, and at 6:30 your games will start, and you have an hour to play all 3 games. If you play them quick and you're all done, you can keep playing. If you want to take a break or you have an injury or something that some timeouts or a long rally, you have to fit all 3 of the games into 1 hour. And what will end up happening in some cases is your first 2 games will go 25 to 20 or 25 to 23, and the last game will be clipped down to whatever it is,
to 15 or 18 or whatever.
Right. But when you hit the 5 minutes till, you'll get a warning that says, we'll have the supervisors blow a whistle or something that says you got 5 minutes, and then it's going to be a win by 2 situation at that point.
Yeah. But better 1 set get cut short than possibly 2 sets if they're going longer.
It's frustrating when you get when you have a tight match and it's 19 to 20 and that gets cut because of time.
Yeah.
So we wanted to eliminate that at least in 2 games.
It's also nice because a 5-minute break between sets, I think, is longer than it seems, and so there's a chance that you can clip that a little bit and get more time out of that hour. So
I think that's good. We'll let the teams feel it out, and I think once we get an idea of how the games kind of play out, it'll start getting its own kind of momentum as far as restarting the games quickly.
Yeah.
So very exciting.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much, Nate,
for the pod, and
thanks for watching.
You again
soon. Gonna get a water glass next time.
Thanks for watching. Keep volleying.
Volley, volley, volley.